Hello, hello. This is Real Fartman doing a little bit of a different thing for our Apex tube. I've been mainly just focusing on shorts, but we're gonna do something kind of wacky. We're gonna be doing Apex Pros EWC tier list for this upcoming LAN. If you don't know what EWC is, EWC is Esports World Cup and is being held in France in about 3 weeks. Um, and this is going to be like the first major LAN for Split 1 since Apex has 3 LANs, and they have partnered with EWC for their first LAN. So yeah, that's about it. But let's get into this. We're gonna just go in order to these people. I'll say this right now, not too familiar with some of these um some of these APAC players, especially the ones that qualified through like LC, LCQ and stuff like that. So uh yeah, but going in order, we're gonna have Yanya, Nuzul, and Bugaras. Honestly, I need to make a bro just for some of these guys where it's and maybe good sometime. Maybe should. All right, this is like a role for Yanya because not specifically for Yanya, but like this is kind of his thing where if you watched AG at all or when they were T T Law just in general, Yanya is like the most bipolar fucking IGL there probably is, where he will int everything and some of the times it'll work out and some of the times it will just like, oh, what the fuck just happened? Why are they so bad? So that's what kind of Yanya will just like be as. Izu, whereas they are like finals players. Uh, this whole team is in general, but yeah, we're gonna reserve C through S for finals players, and F is gonna be a lot of people who I do not think will make finals. Tyler Nags and Cinetic. Um, I don't. I actually don't know what org they're playing for. Tyler, FBS. Let's kind of see. They're playing for fun esports. That's right. Tyler Nags and Cinetic. How did they do in Pro League? Um, I actually did not pay attention to their team too much. 30-20 in EMEA. Has pretty good overall LAN. Very inconsistent with getting there though. Let's see. Let's kind of see. Third in Pro League, 9th in Pro League for him. Let me see if we're fun. Let me see if they have any lands before this. I think this is our first major. Yeah, I think this is our first major land. Cinetic, I honestly don't think they are gonna be making finals, to be honest. Um, I think this year is just like overloaded with um just condensing of like talent in APAC, and then also there's a lot of good EU teams this year. Um, so I think they fall short, but they're definitely on the better side of D tier. So I'll leave them there. Lufka, Zane, and Blast. I mean, it's almost kind. I kind of feel like they're this like borderline team. Zane, I will put above Lufka and Blast though. Zane has historically just been excellent in lands that he has played in. Um, and I'm very excited to see what that holds in the future. But yeah, I think GG should have a solid performance. Lufka and Blast are really, really good as well. Actually, give them a bit more respect. I do think they sneak into the finals lobby, so I'll put them here. Um, Naughty, Shubi, and Floating. I feel like they can't go any higher than C tier. They won Pro League, I believe. Oh no, they got second in Pro League, and IP won, so good for them. Uh, but historically, first land as IGLs are really difficult, and Naughty and Shubi before this have kind of struggled to get to finals. Floating is very, very underrated. He has been a insane pickup for them. I think that's a little underrated because a lot of people have said that the pickup of Sacred on Team Nemesis, where is this? Yeah, Sacred here has probably been one of the best pickups in NA, but I do think Floating is probably a close second to one of the better pickups in NA, especially um former CC player wise. Um, and this is gonna be a honestly don't know. Um, I'm not gonna act like I know a lot of these APEC players. I'll I'll definitely look into this. I'm pretty sure Pite is actually pretty good. Oh, they were former. They're Dreamfire. Okay. Um. Okay. Pite was in Dreamfire. They placed fourth in Pro League in APAC, which not kind of crazy, but a lot of the talent is kind of condensed there. So, um, but Split One playoffs, he finished second. Goal. That's qualified stuff. Is Split Two playoffs, 13th on LAN, 2023, 7th. Um, let's go look at XZZ. Um, yeah, I don't think I can put them any higher than C, to be honest. Actually, if I'm putting Nags and Cinetic, I think they have to go in D. Like, and I'll put Pite in C. Nah, I'll keep everyone in D tier. Do I think they're four? No, I'll keep it in D. I'll keep it in D. Roy, I think it's Roy, Lucian, and Shao. 0 vetches for Roy. We'll kind of go. Oh, did I misspell? That's 3. Taiwanese Pro. Let's see, they did 7th in 2023 champs. And under Dreamfire. Okay, player. It's kind of hard with these teams because they're. It's not. They're 5th in. I'm gonna just put them in F because 5th in. I'm not seeing like a lot of major tournament wins and high placements in lands, and that's kind of what I want to base this off. And that placement in a region where it's kind of easier than EU and I would say NA by a lot, is kind of just not setting them up for success. And I think there is a lot of better APAC APAC teams in general. So um to be honest, I don't know too much about Thai. Kinotrope, I've watched enough of them in the past just to stick them and see. They're all right. They're like probably a sneaky team that might get into um might get into finals, but I don't really see them going past losers 2, to be honest. Jelly Dupe Deeds. Jelly is just unproven. Or he got 60th in land. I don't think he's really going to be that proven on land. Deeds and Dupe do go in a tier above him, though. It's just yikes. And looking at this, if I'm having Higuaras here, I think I need to move up Cinetic, Tyler, and Nags to C tier. C tier is going to be changed to might make finals, might not, but B tier is probably going to be like a 80% chance they make finals, and I do think Zane, Lufka, and Blast probably do that. I think our first A tier guys are gonna come here. Satuki, Mike, and Yuka made it through Challenger Circuit and then just dominated. Let me just go to Liquipedia real quick. They played place first in their in their pro league, and then who's Satuki? Yeah, they placed first in pro league. They've played together before. I can't remember when they did. Okay, yeah. They placed top 10 in Split 2 playoffs. Third in this, like Satuki and Yuka have been a good duo before, and are a good duo right now. I can't put them any lower than A. Um, yeah. Moving on show. Yeah, I'm not too sure on these guys. To be honest, Quasar Nano and Louis, I think honestly. Um, to be honest, I don't expect them to do good. I think they're actually first day exits. Um, and that's kind of, I think that's kind of the end of how I want to say that. They have been historically a Pro League team that plays Pro League, gets either squeaks by to qualify for next Pro League or has to go through CC to get into Pro League again. I don't think LAN is really gonna do too much to change that. I do so. Vicky, Dexter, and Asia. These guys are really good. They piss a lot of people off with how they play. Gen G. Asia has to go in S tier. He's always played really well, but uh, if I have Yuka in A, I think I have to have Asia in A. They haven't won. They've gotten really close. So has Satuki. So has Yuka. They're all really good. They just need to get over that hump and reach the mountaintop. But yeah, they've they are insane. More regrettably, there's gonna be more people who I don't know than I do know. But the people who I have like searched up, at least I know I've heard of them. These guys I just have heard of. So I'm gonna put them in, I don't know. Um Zap, Zanu, and Koi. Zap it's hard for like the crypto players on those types of teams to be placed in this, but Koi and Zanu are probably one of the longer standing duos in Apex right now, I believe. And they probably are like that for a reason. They are so insane. They're probably one of the two best, or some of the best players in all of Apex, but have not reached the mountaintop like this guy has. Mr. Imperial Hal and Guild are going to go into my A tier. Guild, crazy placements when he wasn't playing with Schizo IGLs and Nocturnal. Waltzy is definitely an A tier. He's probably top of A, I'd say. I think him and Zap do similar things and are really good at what they do. It's just hard to move these guys up because pure role wise. Um we'll go we'll look at Yans because again, I could be just forgetting people because I'm not like fully remembering what they placed 8th. Oh wait, this is Team Heretics. They scraped by. Yeah, I don't think they're catching like enough to go. Yeah, I'm gonna put them F. I don't really think they're gonna do that good. There are gonna be a couple teams who get first aid. Actually, we'll move things, but I think that's gonna be like that. Yalari. I picked the hardest one too. I'm just gonna write these. All right, peace. On limit, third in APAC, 10th in APAC South. Yeah, no. Let's Yulari man. I shouldn't been as disrespectful and look them up, but they are definitely a B tier team. Most years I would probably put them higher, but I'm trying to put like the top 25 teams in here, and more players here than I thought I would. There's probably like one team, two teams, three teams, four teams already that I think will be guaranteed to make finals, and there's a lot of heavy hitters still left. Priestess and Taskmaster's team. I think they have to go and B. I just like they farm Pro League. Priestess is insane, but I don't think they've had like the best. Oh my god, how do I spell Priestess? I don't think he's had like they've had the greatest. Fifth, fifth in EWC. Did he play with Taskmaster? He did. Okay, yeah, they. That was in 24 though. Um, yeah, they farmed this Pro League. Split 2. Kind of had a ref go. A Pro League there. It didn't make champs. Yeah. It's hard because like you put these guys and make your convince yourself that they're gonna do really good when they didn't really make champs last year. Um I do think that they have to be like this. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to how it's gonna be. Yeah, I think that's gonna that's just gonna how it's gonna be. No name. AKA I hate the world. Um 23rd in champs last year, second in Pro League. They won Apex South this season, 5th, 13th. So they've had a mixed batch, honestly, for champs, but they did farm, and I'm gonna give them respect where respect is due and put them in A. But I do think they're on lower end of A. I do think they do make finals though, which I don't think is too crazy of a shout. Like I think Zeta and Wolves definitely make it, and Genji. Or, yeah, yeah. Unlucky Hakas and Aku. Unlucky and Hakas are another long-standing duo at this point, which in Apex is not too crazy. Aku, let's kind of see his results. He placed 4th, um, 3rd at Split 2 Pro League, 34th at mid-season playoffs with Maz. Yeah. Didn't really have that too good of a go, honestly. Honestly, didn't have that too good of a go. I think I have to put him in like B tier with these guys. Um, he just needs to prove that he could do it with Hawkins in Unlucky This Land, and I think he can move up. But I don't really see. This is hard because I want to put kinda light and henchman higher, but I'm looking at the rest of these teams. I feel like I have to I have to move them lower. But for now, we'll put them in A. That does mean like three egg pack teams are making it, and on two EU teams so far. Um, I was about to say this doesn't look like dropped, and I looked to the left, but dropped is immediate A tier with Noct and Keon. I think they're definitely gonna make finals. I don't think they just play super clean game of Apex, which is a good and a bad thing because I don't think they really take the risk that you need to win a LAN. They play, they just play the game how they know to play the game. Hal, of course, will take that risk when LAN, and I think Hawkins is that type of player to be willing to take risks too. Um, Zanu's a two-time champion. Koi's a one-time champion. I think they know what it takes to win LAN. Can they just do it with Zap though? That's no question. I've heard of these. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've heard of these guys, but I don't know enough about their game. Vayne, Karev, and Cole. Vayne has one under his belt, but I think they are definitely one of those A tier teams. I need to reorganize all of this. So once we put the players in where I think they will go, Eurisa's team, I don't have high hopes for them at all. So like oh, I put your rice. Lol. Like they finished second pro league. Really couldn't figure it out in NA. Yeah, like there's nothing here that's like giving me like they'll do good. Blink is gonna be one of the rare people who go in S, but his whole team is not gonna go in S. Monsoon and Fun are gonna go and be here. I love Monsoon, I love Fun, but if you watched the VOD of champs last, Blink is the main driving factor of why they won. Of course, the IGLs, but like, if I do move them up, it would probably be at the edge of A, but they're getting crowded. Alvin Skittles kind of have have to go in A. They did pretty well, except for again match point. Did pretty well in land, they got to finals with Rambo, who was on the last breath of his Apex competitive career. Um, no one talks about that Vault. Oh, oops, talked about it. But this Sacred's another one who I don't know how he performed on land. Sacred is kind of the wild card for that team. You, if he's like honestly, I think a good fair player comparison would be Effect's role with Alliance. If Effect is on his shit and not mental booming, you're gonna win. But if he mental booms, it's the Yikes. Kind of same thing with Alb, but Alb has proven himself on land. Um, I'm just worried of how he'll play on controller on land, but I don't I don't think I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. Strafing Flame, Easy Flash gets it pricey. A good team, but another C team. I don't see them honestly making too much noise. Kiki like it, Liquid and Casa. Um, this is where it gets hard. They won mid-season playoffs, of course. 25th in champs, third in their pro league, won mid-season playoffs, 17th at the Open. 9th. I mean, pretty solid. I think they're like a top of B. No, A is getting crowded. We have one team, two teams, three teams, four teams, five teams, six teams, seven teams, 8 teams, 9 teams. I don't know why not. 10 teams, 11 teams. And this will be 13. Let me just look at these other guys. 13. Honestly, I don't think that's too crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in A. I don't think that's too crazy. I thought I was like flooding A with teams, but guys, but I don't think so. Aurora has looked too good with Effect not to, and again, Effect is that type of player who will you to a good placement. Yeah, it's yeah. JP, honestly, I'll move these guys up, and then I'll move Future's team down. I just don't think these guys will do too good. I really Dinos did way better than expected in Pro League. I will say that, but they played a way where you could play in Pro League. But I don't. I want. They need to prove themselves on land, on teams who will be actually using their brain. NA is like NA Pro League is like 10 teams who don't know how to fucking play the game, just running around into like it is definitely a yeah, definitely yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. This is definitely a totally different game. Um, Faith, I'm pretty sure they did pretty solid. Yeah, they got 9th in Pro League, 20th at Champs. They are probably just like a bottom. They're probably a maybe we'll get in, maybe won't. Fuck did I do with them? I lost them. Who did I just drag? Kill approach. Where? Dude, where did I freaking put them? He, it's not like he has a hard name to find. Too. Just I put him in here. He's probably in B. To be honest, this team's probably in B. Um, I don't know if you noticed this, but with teams that I'm not too familiar with their teams, I will not be messing with that shit too much. They place. I think this is another just B tier team. Oakley, Synap, and Sidon. They placed fourth in APAC North. I think this. Honestly, I think B is getting too crowded. I'll put them in C. Fourth in APAC is crazy, and I can see them getting eliminated pretty early. Whereas these other teams, I would find it a little bit harder. Who is Nate playing with? Because I earlier like he hided. Um, I'll probably find him later, but make Europe great again. Something EMEA, I think. Honestly, it's like this is straight up D tier. Zero is gonna be another one of those guys who just goes shoots straight up to S tier, and his teammates don't follow suit, but they're definitely A tier. Um, did Panic play a LAN yet? No, he's played a couple LANs. I don't know why it switched cameras on me, but his name's Nathaniel. That's crazy. Anyway, thanks to the Pro League. Uh, 7th in uh camps. Did pretty good. Yeah, Panic can go in here. 21st in the Open, 7th in Pro League, 14th, 19th. Has made finals every single time. Yeah. Zach, I think Zach has missed finals. He's like been in a finals rut lately. If I'm not too mistaken. He's he did good. He didn't play in champs. 18th. He made finals. Made finals. Finals. Gee. Yeah, I think he hasn't. He's gotten a fifth place in finals, but he hasn't been. He's been like on a bottom feeder in finals. Carter and Loader have a lot to prove still to at LAN. They have been really good at LAN, but they still have a lot of proofs to with that team. Um, they're the oh, this is E36. Ooh, this is a good team. I think. I think it'll go B. I think that's like a good place for them. Oh, some of these guys are fuck. Some of these guys are like not in the right spots. That's why they are in different. Okay. Again, not 100% on player rosters, but they'll be in the right place. Don't know anything about you guys, honestly. At Ret, I don't know enough about you guys. Yeah, Becky, Legacy, and Jesco just ex- are just like the epitome of B tier. It might make it, might not. But yeah, now I have to do some reorganizing. Um, Zero for me. The IGLs are gonna get a little bit more run here. But I do think it probably goes like I think Zainu is bottom best here. I think this is pretty right. Probably be Imperial Hell 0 second, and then Guild Koi and Lucky. I think this is how directly of how much of an impact they make for the team. Zap Ulti are probably neck and neck there. Asia is probably up here. I think that above Asia. Um, I think Dropped has to go there. Eco go there. No higher. Light has to go higher. Light and Eco. Vayne has to go pretty high. Vayne has. I don't think like the comeback of Vayne has been talked about enough. But Vayne has been just insane. Is coming back. I think that's fine there. And I think this is where the Panic and Spike's Disrespect has to stop. A little bit more valuable than Panic at this time. Vicky Dexter. Like, it's fine. I think OJ there, Alps there, QQ. Disrespect from me is kind of crazy. Type of deck, like you put in front of Dexter. It's fine. Oops. Mike is just falling down these ratings. Not like these guys. I don't know too much, but so they'll be at the bottom. But I know like the bigger names on the teams. Help. I think kinda has to go before Alb, and then Alb right after OJ is fine. Good ol' Archie. I think that is good for this here. Land champions always in front. Fun and Mon probably some of the better players here. Sharky champion. Love me some Sharky gameplay, to be honest. Priestess is gonna go up here with Zane, Sacred, and Aku. But I think it's probably more like that. Yeah. Oh, Zane. That's right. Got Zane. Am I on drugs? Where's Zane? Oh, he's right here. Okay. Yeah. I think that's fair. This is where it gets tricky. I don't know where to put Jessica and Legacy. I don't think they're on the bottom, to be honest. Fuck, bro. Yulari Man and Peace definitely need to go higher. I don't. I think Blast can go lower, to be honest. I think Taskmaster can stay where he is. I think Zach goes. I think it's something like that. That. And this mess here, I actually don't know. And then that's gonna be it for what I like reorganized, because I don't think this really matters too much of how you place it, but I think that is a pretty solid place to be. Blast probably goes higher. I think Loader is probably like, this is not shitting on Carter, but I think Loader is probably a little bit more valuable to the team. I think Luna's better. I think Faith is better. I think Jesco probably, and then I'd probably put Carter, and then Topaz down here. Probably like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Since I know the less about Juxo, I could be just disrespecting Juxo, but I feel like that's fine. Do I think Mon is more valuable than Fun on that team? They're like one of the rare players who I feel like play a very similar role, but just get the job done. And I think, yeah, I think I'll have that because Mon does play crypto. It was the information, but if yeah, I think this is a good spot to put stuff. Um, I want to add more people to the Yanya tier. I'm just gonna rename this. You fucking flat. And I will put this team here. My jelly in F seems kind of crazy. I think I'll put him in D. Um, any other team that I need to move to the inter? I also need a. Ooh, I should add like a rage bait one. What? I think I should add a rage bait one. Who should I put in rage bait? I think Zach gets made fun of too much, and I think Hal is just too obvious, and Zero too obvious. I don't think. You know who? Honestly, I think would be funny to put enough because if you know me, you know how much I love watching this player. I'm gonna put you good enough. I'm gonna put you good enough for Yuka. All right, I think this is probably gonna be my list. I will save this. I will save this and create an account. But yeah, this is my list for EWC. Again, A through B or S through B will be organized. Everything else just honestly doesn't really matter too much. If I really wanted to mess mess with it a little bit, I'd probably do this. Where yeah, probably like that. That's honestly as much as I would fucking care to move it, and then I'd probably move Jelly to the top of Y or D tier, and yeah, I think that is a fair and good ranking with for our tier list. If you like it, and if you liked watching the video, if you have like comments of how you feel like these players are ranked, please leave them down in the comments. Like the video if you agree. I know there's not going to be a lot of people who 100% agree with us, but plus the obvious rage bait. But I think it's a pretty solid list. Um, and I do think that these guys will make finals. These teams, and then a couple of those guys will fight for like the last 4 spots. But I think these guys here, everyone here up here, are pretty much locks for finals. Like Falcons definitely make it. I think SR makes it. I think Alliance makes it. So let's get a note. Add sticky note. Get Notepad out. So it'll be here predictions on final. Or we'll save that for a different video. But finals locks I think are Falcons, Liquid, GG, SR, Aurora, Alliance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, Nip, do I put Sen up there? Fuck, what is former Grow under? They're under some weird ass fucking orc. I don't. They're under EK. Okay. Make finals, most likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 6, 7. Let me just number them. I keep on moving it to the wrong. Wait. 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 66, 6. 7, 8. 9 will probably be Zeta. Dude, I am blanking on names. What is Kindness team? What's his new team name? Elite Esports. That's what it is. Elite Esport. I'm gonna get lit up for this, but I can't remember Zeki's either. Can't you forgot he spells it with one. Gen. Did I put Genji? Yeah, I put Genji. Oh, that's it. That was easy. Ugh, fucking QQs. BK. BK. 12 would probably be Wolves. Name. Wolves would probably be on there. Do I think I throw in Sentinels. Then I'll throw in team name is MSC. And 6 teams. Honestly don't know 100% will make finals. I think that's fine, to be honest. I think a lock that might be a hot take, might not, but oh wait. Let me put Gen G. I do like Gaming Gladiators. I'll put that, and then I'll add another one. And I do think um BP make finals as well. I know a lot of EU teams, but I think they have to have a fire under their ass and to make finals. In 4 teams left that are kind of up in the air. Seems pretty right. And I don't think I missed anyone. Yeah. He's donut. Okay, yeah. I do think a team from C tier makes it to finals, and honestly, I'm just gonna predict that it is Naughty's team and a team for B tier, and a couple teams for B. The surprise team from E to F or unknown. Uh, Honestly, Yanya's team might just, but I think this is a good finals lock roster, and yeah. All right. I know it was a longer video, but thank you for watching. This is my official EWC um tier list. If you want to see the full thing, I'll scroll through it on the slower side so you can see, but this is the final standings for EWC. We got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, tier, F tier, tier. Don't know. But yep, that will be it for the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. If you like this type of content, please let me know. And let me know how you guys would do your tier list.